So Kate and William are the most popular royals in America? Okay. That's according to some poll, and it was done with just 1,000 people, and apparently 1,000 people is the opinion of most America. I, for one, do not believe in polls, and my belief has definitely been validated in these past few elections. I'm just saying. And also, there's literally almost 400 million people in this country, and I can say without a shadow of a doubt that most people do not care about none of this stuff. Like, literally no one. And yes, there's a big group of people who is interested in the royal family, good or bad, but that is small compared to the majority of America. And I'm sure the people who poll this, well, you know what? Let's just go through this article from the Daily Mail. It says the Princess of Wales is America's favorite royal with a 44% positivity score, and her husband and heir to the throne, William, is second with 36%. Sure, Jen. Harry has a score of 28%, and Meghan is on 21%, the survey found. 26% also think the Sussexes are too involved in American politics. What? I can't tell you anything that Meghan and Harry has done in recent time that can be misconstrued of being too involved in American politics. The last thing I could remember is the whole when they did that whole campaign commercial of them just basically saying get out there and vote. They didn't say no names, but of course the media turned it into an anti-Trump commercial. Also, the last time Meghan tries to lobby to get parental leave for people's jobs when they're having kids and stuff, but I don't consider that anything political. I just feel like that's a basic necessity for new parents and stuff to be with their kids. But who am I? I'm just some guy. The article went on to say something about the Dutch copies of the book by Scobie, who has been labeled the couple's unofficial spokesman. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Wait a minute. I don't know how the UK press can sit back and just say the things that they say with a straight face, with absolutely no, zero self awareness. Because this whole article just reads as like a pamphlet to cheer up Kate for being called an alleged racist. It's like they got one finger pointed at Omid about being a mouthpiece, but got the other three pointing right back at them like pot and called a kettle black. This poll was done by James Johnson and from the JL Partners, and I'm sure if I was to Google this, it will be not even a second before it's linked to some right-wing nut job. One of the most interesting parts about this poll is that it says further findings of the poll include that 27% of people think Meghan makes the main decisions in the Sussex relationship, compared with 18% who said Harry makes the decisions. Oh, the sexism just seeps out. The sexism. And another funny part about this article, he says the results also reveal America has a dim view of King Charles III, whose net positive rating was just 18%. I always say, and I've learned this from Meredith, who does this article benefits? I'm going to say this one last time. Most of America does not care. They were more than likely never care about the royals because it is not a part of our everyday lives. Most of us don't even know how the royals make their money. Most of us look at the royals, not saying me, because I definitely have a different outlook on this whole thing, but most of America view them as celebrities. And the only people they may know by name, household names, is Princess Diana and Harry. And to be honest with you, most people get William mixed up with Harry. And America knows Meghan because she's American. And I'm sure people know who Kate is. I'm not going to sit there and lie because that wedding was big when they got married. But overall, no one cares. I think this obvious pandering to make Kate look like this, solidified angel of England or the UK or the world, it's just a slap in the face. But don't get it twisted. Just because the response to this whole racist thing wasn't, let's say, at the level of when this was revealed in the Oprah interview, even though we have the names now, this will forever linger over Kate. Forever. And I think to your the response of how people react to racism goes in waves. Meaning sometimes you'll get outraged because at that point it's reached its highest temperature and the boiling point has started to overflow. And then sometimes people is just exhausted. And I think right now we are exhausted from 2020, 2021, and now it's on a calm. But don't get it twisted. Black people still see. People of color still see. And don't think that Miss Kate is sitting on her muffin top and she's just sitting up there and she's the people princess all of a sudden. No, 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 no. It doesn't work like that. And it's all this is still alleged, but it doesn't work like that. You will forever pander to your crowd of people. I get that. And they'll forever fall for this stuff over and over again. But by not talking about this, it's just going to add to that Republic movement or the Republican movement in the UK. And it's just going to keep growing and growing. And I would kick myself if I didn't mention this part. I think we have to come to terms to the fact that there is a separation between mainstream media, social media, and then everyone else. Meaning the trust in mainstream media is so far down in the pits of hell that I don't see a time anytime soon where there will be a trust, and it will be a trust that's appropriate and earned. In social media, I feel like can be over exaggerated too, because I feel like even though the thoughts on social media can sometimes intersect with the thoughts of the people, the regular folk, the public, the people who are not on social media, just everyone else can sometimes intersect, but it's still just a small group of people who have their thoughts, and sometimes they're just very loud. But overall, I just think both entities are not the voice for what most people in this country, most people in the world truly feel. That's just my thoughts.